guys, Double Wide 6, and today what I'm working on is this Simplicity Snowway 7 horsepower snowblower. It's missing the handle, and luckily I was able to get the handle, and it turns out the handle's broken, so that's why it's taken off. But I have both pieces, and I was thinking this would make a pretty good welding video. And I noticed the other handle has a crack in it as well. I'm not sure why the handles are breaking on this thing, but we're going to go through it and fix it up. This folds up, and this is real light. For today's project, I've pulled out my welding cart, and I switched up welders. I used to have the Harbor Freight, I think it was like a 90 amp MIG welder. Didn't use any shielding gas. And I've switched up to this Vulcan, which is from Harbor Freight. It's the MIG Max 215. And I've fit this on my welding cart along with a this is a Chinese plasma cutter. It's called I think it's the Cut 50. So that'll cut up to 3/8 inch steel plate. So you can see, like, this is 1/4 inch here. You can see how that was cut with a plasma cutter. And I built this cart to hold the tank. This tank, I'm running 75-25. It's 75% argon and 25% carbon dioxide. Here's the part we're working on. So you can see the wall of this is probably about 1/8 inch. And what they do is when they form this, they flatten this out with a press. And right where that crease is becomes the spot where all the force acts up on this thing, and that's why it broke over time. Now, looking at this, considering the other handle's broken a little bit, has a crack in it in the same place, you know, I would say that this probably has a little bit of a design flaw. But we're going to go through and weld it, and hopefully we can get it nice and strong. First step, we're going to prepare the metal just by taking the paint off of it. So I cleaned that up, and this end here, I just ground off some paint so I can get a good ground clamp on there. One more to do. Okay, so I have the piece prepared. I've set my welder to run about 1/8 of an inch steel, and I just have this clamped here temporarily. I'm going to try and just tack that and then get it lined up exactly where I want it, and then we'll go ahead and weld it right around. Didn't hold. Gonna add a little more heat to that. Alright, now I'm gonna just take this out of here. And I'm going to make sure everything's lined up right where I want it. Alright. So I just want to get this as close as I can. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to just tack the back side. And now I'm just going to weld it right around here. Going to flip it over, do a little welding on the opposite side. And now I'm just going to try and fill in between the welds best I can. Here's a look at the weld. You can see I have nice penetration. There's a gap there I got to clean up and do, but this is without grinding anything. It does a nice job, and this metal is in the cleanest metal. So I'm just going to touch up there where those two welds join together and fill it in a little bit wider, and definitely right there. So I think what I'll do is hit this on the wire wheel and just sort of fill in some of those spots. Here's a look at it. You can see I made the weld as wide as I could. I got real good coverage going around. I went over, I welded it once and then I kind of went over the top. So I'm just going to hit it with some gloss black and call it a day. Should be good. I'm going to do the other one. Here's the second handle, and you can see it's fine here, but it's starting to crack all the way around. So we're going to go through and take care of this one before it breaks. Alright, this is with no cleanup. You can see the paint smoking on this thing. But just showing you, this welder does a really nice job. And that's a nice, thick, heavy-duty weld. And that's not going to break for sure. Here's a look at the weld just cleaned up with a wire brush. And like I said, that MIG Max does a nice job. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright guys, got her all back together. I also welded up one of the skid shoes down here. Just added some metal to it. It was worn through. So some quick repairs with the welder, and everything's real solid. I don't foresee any issues, and I think it looks pretty good and pretty professional. So thanks for watching guys on Double Wide 6. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. We'll see you.